either moved it in or chopped it out or something to make, and it just goes on and on up the hill there. Just drove through the main street, you wouldn't even know there was a race on tomorrow. Alright, welcome to another video. I'm on the edge of the road just past Narrogin and I'm heading to Albany. I'm heading down there for a couple of days. There's the motor racing around the streets, which I've wanted to see for a long time. So we'll go and see that, see the hill climb, do a little bit of stealth camping in the van. I haven't booked in anywhere, so we'll just take it as it comes. There's a beautiful sunset as I've been driving down. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera. So that's the plan, to do a bit of stealth camping, as I say. Have a look at the motor racing. The weather forecast for Sunday is not good, so we'll see how it goes. I might be heading home Sunday, or I might stay through to the Monday and do a bit of looking around. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. I'll jump back in the van and take off. There's a guy on a tractor over behind me there. He probably thinks I'm an idiot out in the middle of nowhere standing on the side of the road filming myself, but oh well, too bad. And I plan to be there about 8 o'clock, so I'll catch you once I get to Albany. Well, I've just pulled into Tambalup. It's another hour to Albany and I've had enough. I've been on the road for just over three and a half hours after a day's work, so time for a rum and coke, and I'll camp here the night. I had fish and chips for lunch. I'm not overly hungry, but a rum and coke's not going to hurt. And driving in the dark doesn't do me any good either. You're always worried about hitting a roo, and a lot of people forget to dim their lights coming the other direction. So that's a bit of a pain. So I'll finish this drink and I think I'll lay down with a book and go to bed. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, morning, it's just going 6 o'clock, so I've had breakfast and I'm going to head off. There are toilets across the road and there's a little park there, but if you go across at night, take a torch and also take toilet paper. So I'll get on the road and get down to Albany nice and early. Well, I've arrived in Albany. Just drove through the main street. You wouldn't even know there was a race on tomorrow. There's very little of the bunting or protection stuff up at the moment. So I've just come up to watch the hill climb up near the ANZAC area, and just starting to hear some cars starting up. So we'll go and see what we can see on that. Well, I've just had a look at the motor racing. That was quite cool. Got some nice shots, and just coming further up the hill, and it's the ANZAC Memorial, so I'm going to go for a bit of a wander around that this morning and then go and find somewhere suitable for camping and have a little bit more of a look around. So weather's been great so far. I'm really pleased with that. Beautiful sunrise this morning, got some great shots. I didn't know dogs could drive. He didn't look too happy with me walking up to the van. As you walk up the hill here, they've got all the first convoy, the ships from the first convoy, and some info. It's really interesting the number of horses they took. Last time we were here we were reading it and I was absolutely amazed. 391 horses, 15 horses, 504 horses, and it just goes on and on up the hill there with the numbers. Medic from Liverpool, sailed from Adelaide, then Fremantle 1914, 281 horses, officers 29, other ranks 976, 375 horses, 432 horses. That's just incredible. Lovely old building here. And this is actually the Princess Royal Fortress. This is the married quarters for semi-detached stone cottage. So we're just coming into the coastal defence area. So it's a fortified gun emplacement, underground magazine and shell store, depression range, finder cell, regimental first aid, enfold wall, something, flagstaff, split trenches, man-proof fence. So we're going to have a look at that. I like this, how it's all the rock, natural rock, and they've either moved it in or chopped it out or something to make trenches. I think somebody planted some trees in the way. And a magnificent view from up here. When you look around you see all these hatches and things, so there's a lot of it's underground that you probably can't see. Well, just up at the lookout, it's what a fantastic view. If you ever come to Albany, you really got to come here and have a look, especially on a day like this with a bit of sun out there. It's beautiful. Just gentle breeze. One ship out in harbour just going out, and I'll just turn the camera around. Just in the gap down over here, that's where I hope to camp tonight.
What's he doing over there? Those planes are flying awful low. They spit out fire, screaming dragons, mortal blow. The boy, he's up now, dancing in your painful breeze. He's got his hat on, look how he's waving. Can't you see what that boy is doing over there? What's that boy?
Well, that's the end of another day. Just having a quiet rum and coke and looking out across the harbour. It's actually beautiful here. Really pleased I came down. The forecast is for storms tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I was just talking to one of the drivers, and yeah, he thinks it's going to be a wet day on the track tomorrow. So we'll get up early, get over there and find a good car parking spot and have a look from there. Looking forward to seeing it actually. I haven't seen the racing around the streets, so this will be a new one for me, and if the weather holds, should get a few good shots. So I'll go back to finishing my drink and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, morning all, Sunday. What a storm last night. I had to move and get in off the coastline a little bit and get away under the trees, so get a bit of protection. And I've come back this morning just to have a look at it. The wind's blowing offshore, so it's actually quite calm out there, but it's as black as. Yeah, so hopefully it's dry enough to have the race, or at least get up and see some of it. Maybe heading home tonight, depends on how this weather carries on. So go and have some breakfast, I think. Well, while we're waiting to see what the weather does, just come down to the markets at Albany, so have a wander around there. Yeah, a lot of noise out there, so probably poor sound quality, but we'll go and have a wander around anyway. It's still pouring down outside. The markets are just down on the wharf. Just to give you a brief history, the Albany Classic around the houses is a historic motor race and it takes place in Albany in Western Australia. It started in 1936 during the Great Depression. It was a way of Albany earning a little bit of extra money and boosting their economy. It died off in the 60s due to insurance reasons, but in 1991 it was reborn and became one of the most popular events in Australia. It's actually been compared to the Monaco races, and it's been dubbed the Monaco of Australia, and there's not too many races around the houses like this anywhere in the world. So if you get a chance, come out and have a look, spend the day, and you'll really enjoy it. Make sure you book ahead because accommodation can be pretty tight. The cost to get in is $20 per adult. They have all the concessions, and remember, no dogs as well. Well, some great action so far. Just going up the other end of York Street. Everything's closed off, not a shop open. It's a bit harder to get in here, so I don't know if they're going to open later in the day, but well worth a look around. So time to head home. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want any more details, and I'll catch you next time. Keep your shiny side up. Cheers.